Hey, hello again. Hope everybody's doing well. This is Paul Apollonia. I sell on eBay and other platforms. So eBay is my main platform. Let's go over what I sold from February 19th to March 3rd, 2019. I'm going to show you some of my successes and some of my failures. This is a selection of what I've sold on eBay. I do a lot of parting out of items, getting items for free or very low cost and parting them out. Many of those items are appliances, lawnmowers, small engine stuff like chainsaws, weed whackers, blowers. I also do a lot of consignment with people. I like consignment. It works for me. I'm going to show you, like I said, we're going to go through some of the listings and give you some tips and tricks of how I sold things. Let's start off with this gem that I sold here. This was an insane sale. I don't do too much thrifting, but I go every once in a while to the thrift store. I go immediately to the electronic area, and I saw this all-in-one TV VCR. The second I saw it, I grabbed it, threw it in my cart, bought it for $10. Put it up there. Came with a remote and everything, so I knew it was a high-end, uh, going to be a high-end sale. Came with a remote, manual, even little rabbit ears. Took a picture of the whole thing, popped a kitty video in because that's all I could find of Clifford the Big Red Dog. Showed him with the picture of the video running. Showed them all the different selections it has. Close up of the remote. Close up of the VCR section. Back. Close up of the model number and information. More model number information and serial number. Saw one out there listed for about $99 or $89. I forget. I'll try $99. Very simple and clear on my title. Everything works. Screen is much clearer in person, which it was. It's hard to take a picture of a screen on a camera. And I'll show you the description. Item specifics are very, very important. eBay, Google loves item specifics. Every night, all eBay listings are uploaded to Google, or every day, all listings are uploaded to Google. Shopping. So when you Google something, you'll always see an eBay listing. That is why. Make sure you fill out these item specifics the best you can. My descriptions are short. 80% of the sales on eBay are done through smartphones and other smart devices, tablets, small screens. People don't have time to read big descriptions. Basically, very short. This is an old unit from 2000. Everything works. The lines on the screen are from my phone camera. Some black marks and yellowing on the outside, which is normal for its age. But man, I saw this thing and I was like, dang. I threw it right in my cart. It was tested. The thrift store said it worked. I figured for $10, I'll grab it anyway. Sold this thing within 1 hour. I made, after shipping and fees, I made $100. That's after expenses, fees, and subtracted $10. It went up to Jersey. I think I shipped it FedEx. I wrapped it. I had tons of foam that I got for free. Put a big foam layer on the bottom. Wrapped this in plastic first. Put a big foam layer on the bottom. Put it in there. Taped a big piece of foam on the front of the screen to protect it. Put more foam around it. And just filled it up with foam, basically. He got it. He was thrilled. Let's go to the next one. Another gas tank. Yeah, I sell a lot of these gas tanks when I got them. Hard to make a lot of money on these. Chinese parts are getting cheaper and cheaper to get, but you got to wait a while sometimes for them. Again, like I said before, I take a close-up of the inside of the tank. I clean the inside of the tank. Take a close-up of that so they can see it's clean inside. Very important. Many people don't do that. I spend about 2 seconds cleaning the tank with all-purpose cleaner, and I use a vinyl protector real quick over it. Made about $14 to $16 on these. I just throw these in a box. I use my box sizer tool from Bubble Fast, which is a tool that you can downgrade the box by using this tool, and then it folds the box over and cuts down on the size of the box, which is important when shipping. Let's go to the next item. Several years ago, I was garage sailing in my neighborhood, and I was grabbing Dyson vacuum cleaners for nothing, like $10 a piece. I probably could have flipped them on Craigslist. They were just clogged, basically. There was really nothing wrong with them, but I decided to part them out, and I probably made hundreds of dollars off of the parts. They sit there for a while. They are long tail sales, which means they've been in my store for a while. This one probably sat there for about a year. Didn't make a whole lot of money off of this one part, but the other parts I've made lots of money on. Here's another, where did I get this from? Somebody gave this to me, I think. It was in a box somebody gave me. That's one thing nice about consignment. Once you get known you're doing consignment, a lot of people just give you things. Oh, come get this. I don't want it. Do you want this? I'm going to throw it out. I think this is a box of stuff. 8mm film of the Three Stooges. Now, I don't have an 8mm player. I've sold 8mm film projectors before, but I do my best for taking pictures. There's a close-up of what it is, the back. And what I did here was I opened it up. I took a few pictures of the film to show people that it was in good shape. That's about the going price for that. Unfortunately, I thought that was going to be a big ticket item, but it was not. Probably made about $12 on that after shipping. I think it went first class. Microwave trays do really, really well. You're not going to make a fortune off of these things. Secret in shipping these things is get a swim noodle from the dollar store, from big box store, whatever. You actually get longer ones in the big box stores for a little bit more. Take it, wrap it around so you get a measurement, cut it so it's length, and then slit it with a razor or a knife just on one side, and then shove it around the microwave tray, tape it, throw it in a box, and it's ready to go. It ain't gonna break. That's the easiest way to ship these things. So let's see, a swim noodle costs, let's say at the dollar store. At the dollar store costs, let's say $1. You probably use 50 cents for a swim noodle, a box. So it's pretty cheap to ship these things. A lot of these sell on eBay with free shipping. So I just went with the free shipping thing. I normally don't do free shipping. I've done free shipping in the past. I prefer to charge for shipping. That's just my business model. If free shipping works for you, great. I'm not a big fan of it. If it's a first class item, something going under 16 ounces, I may do free shipping on that. But just make sure that you show the measurement, how big it is. Oh, this one was damaged. See, it had damage on it, which I didn't realize when I got the microwave. Microwave parts go really well too. The doors, the control panels, the little spinny thing underneath here, underneath the tray, the tray wheels, they go for $14. The little ring. The motor goes for $6. We're not making tons of money off of each part, but in the end, you're making decent money. I also always take a picture of the model number tag, and I put that in every listing for whatever I'm selling. Like, for example, this microwave, I've had other parts out there, which I did. I always have the picture of the model number. And then I state the model number and the specifics. Even in the description, even in my title. Oh, it's not my title. Oh, but it's in the condition description thing. There is a large chip on the edge, and that's the large chip. And the person bought it and they were thrilled. Let's go to the next item. Just an old Linksys router. I have no idea where I got this from. Couldn't even tell you. I know I didn't buy it. Somebody must have given it to me. Didn't make a ton of money off of this. Probably made about $10 after everything was said and done. think it did. It go first class? No, I think it went in a regional A box. Went to New York City, from what I remember. People use these a lot of times for um, bridges and stuff, or hooking up printers and stuff through Wi-Fi. I've used them for that before in the past. I make sure I take all the vital pictures, the jacks, the model number. I go a little crazy on pictures sometimes. Any tag I see, I take a picture of. That one's a little blurry, but it worked. I put all that information in the item specifics again, and down in the description, it's very short. Oh, I bought this at a Hamfest to replace my. There you go. I told them what I bought. I bought it at a Hamfest. Hamfest is basically a big flea market for ham radio guys, amateur radio guys. And I could never figure out how to hook it up. So it probably was user error, and I said that in it. Next item, Bibles. Bibles do well. You ain't going to make a ton of money off of Bibles, but they do well. This one sat in my store for a while. A long tail sale, people call that. Even had damage. I did not make a fortune off of this. I think I bought it for a nickel at the thrift store, maybe a dime. It went media mail because it's a book. You can send anything media mail, books, no magazines, nothing with ads in them. But this classifies as media mail. I think I shipped it out for $2.50 or $3. So I probably made about $5 on this, which was fine. It was a quick ship. Taking a picture of the inside cover. I stated old Bible, worn, few water stains, some writing in it. I always state any defects. I always state the defects. Here's another overlooked gem that people think, what the heck, I'm going to throw this stupid thing out. Short story on this. We bought this when we had our first child. I think I used it twice, maybe 3 times. Paid about $800 for it. We won't talk about that. And it sat in the closet. Took it out one day. I found it in the closet. I went, oh my gosh, let me put this on eBay. It sat there for a few months, but it did sell for my asking price. Did very well on that. Probably made about $55 on that. What I also do here is, check this out. Here's everything. Here's a picture of the camera on, looking into my dining room so they can see it actually works, and it zooms in and everything. That's very important. If you have electronics, always power it on. Get it functioning to the best you can. See, I even took a picture looking through the viewfinder so people can see that. A few minutes saves you a lot of hassles. The buyer knows what they're getting. They know it works. They know it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, I sell it as parts, not working. That protects you so they know that it's broken, it needs work. I meticulously take pictures of all the model number, tags and everything. More stuff. I'm a little crazy with some of these pictures, but I want to make sure that the buyer knows what they're getting. So don't overlook, don't pass by these VHS-C camcorder things. Old iron grates. A friend of mine was clearing out his parents' house. I was helping him out, and the parents were garage sailors and flea marketers, collecting stuff. Never selling any of it, but collecting it. Ran across a ton of grates. These I had no idea what they were for, so I just sort of guessed at it. Railing window grates. I sold a ton of heater register grates, old ones, the big iron ones that you put against the wall to cover up where the air and everything goes from the heater and air conditioning. Sold tons of those for $50, $60 a piece. Sold these within 3 days. I have no idea. I wish I knew what they were really called, but I couldn't figure it out. Took measurements of the length, width, and the other angle. Always take measurements. I even show the measurements with a tape measure just to make sure. 16 by 15. I mean, it's surface rust will need to be water brushed and painted. I know it sounds stupid, but I want to put the obvious out there. This Toro bag. Again, I was in the thrift store. I don't do much thrifting, but again, I was in the thrift store. Saw this on the bottom shelf and I just grabbed it. $5. Didn't even look at it twice. I knew I could make decent money on this. After expenses and subtracting my $5, I made $32 on this, I think. $30, $33 profit. Because small engines, lawnmowers are my thing. This is brand new. I don't think it was or used very lightly. Just make sure you really need to know. Now, this was a unusual bag because it had the tag still in it with the model number and everything, the part number. You usually don't find the tag in the bag, and you got to look on eBay and try and match the bag, and it can be a hassle selling these bags, but they do very well. You should at least make $20 $25 on each lawnmower bag you sell. And I sell a lot of these, especially this time of year in the spring and fall when people are trying to pick up stuff from their lawn. They sell well, even the old ones. A dryer part. Quickly, I got this dryer on Craigslist. Actually, I got a washer and dryer. I went to pick this up from the free section on Craigslist. Went to the guy's house. Guy had a washer. He goes, "Hang on a second, I have a dryer. Do you want that?" Well, of course. Threw them both in my van, and off I went. I parted out the dryer. I made about $450 off the dryer profit in my pocket. I'm sorry, that was a washer. I made $450 from the dryer. I probably made about 200, maybe 175 from the parts in my pocket. How I do the Craigslist thing is there's an option in Craigslist if you bring it up to send you an email alert. So I set up an email alert for anytime somebody posts something in the free section like washers, dryers, lawnmowers, chainsaws, anything I'm looking for that I want to part out, basically. I don't do refrigerators. I don't have the room for that. Just anything I know I can part out. And how it used to work back in the day was when somebody would post something, it would immediately send you an email. Now it's a little delayed, but I usually still get it. Just make sure if you're going to pick up something, go pick it up. Don't be a no-show. I hate no-shows, and people hate no-shows. That's what happened with this guy. 3 people no-showed, and I said, I'll be right there. I was texting that guy. I was pulling over every 5 minutes. I'm coming. Because I knew I could make decent money on this. Again, took a picture of the model number tag on the dryer, and that's in every one of my listings. Anytime I see any kind of number tag in the part, I take a picture of that, all angles of the part. Use my item specifics, again, very important. Now, I assume when I pick up something, I do a screen print on my phone when I see it and I go pick it up so I know if there's anything wrong with it. And if like somebody says, well, like I'm giving away a dishwasher, but it's not pumping water properly, then I don't even mess with the pumps. Sometimes you don't know what's wrong with it because they don't know. Sometimes it's a gamble selling this stuff. You don't know if the part works or not, but if it doesn't work, which happened, I had a return a couple weeks ago. A $85 control board didn't work. I just refunded the guy right then and there. I didn't sweat it. I used to get so upset with returns before. Like, it used to ruin my whole day. Oh, returns. Ugh. Now I just accept it and move on. It's part of business. Big box stores get tons of returns every day. Just accept it and move on. Don't let it cripple you. Got about 4 more items left here. Thank you so much for hanging in there and watching. This was another consignment item I got from a big-time Amazon seller that was in the area. Now he's moved on to training on Amazon. But I made tons of money off of this guy. He was a great connection for a couple of years. So this is my 2nd or 3rd one of these dolls. I have no idea what it is. I just looked it up. Didn't make much money on it, probably about $12 after shipping and everything. But it was a quick ship right into a little box and it was gone. Matchboxes. I do a lot of consignment with a friend of mine. His dad passed away, unfortunately. He was a huge collector of matchboxes. all these vintage matchboxes from the 50s and 60s. Here's one. I had no box. I made sure I stated no box. I showed all the different angles. See a little damage there, right there. I made sure that I showed that, some scratches and wear from use, no box. Filled out all the other specifics, very important. eBay uploads their listings every day to Google. Google Shopping likes item specifics. That's why when you're searching for something in Google and you see an eBay listing, that's what that's from. Make sure you're using all these item specifics. Another big time consignment person, I was sold my biggest profit item for this guy. He called me out of the blue, never even met me. He lived about an hour away, sold a huge sanding, like they had to get a tractor trailer to haul this thing off after we sold it. Sold for $14,000. I got 10% of that. That was awesome. My wife was saying, "You're not going to be able to sell that. You're crazy for taking that on." Guy sent me a video of it working, posted a video of it. It was sold within a week. Guy in Florida bought it. He came up, looked at it, got a tractor trailer, and hauled it off. And on my way out, the guy goes, "Here, just take all these drill bits. I don't need them." This is the third or fourth one I've sold. I've still got a whole bunch of them I got a list. These are long tail sales, meaning they take a while to sell sometimes. I don't know if they're new or not. I'm not a drill bit guy, but I made sure I took all the, look at a close up of the bit. So it looks brand new to me, but I'm not sure. Sold 3 or 4 of these already and haven't had any complaints, so I'm assuming they're okay. Item specifics, the size and length, in the title. Any noise here? I'm in a coffee shop. Sorry about that. These boots, a friend of mine just gave me. He used to do scuba diving. He says, "I don't want these. Do you want these?" Sure. Didn't make a ton of money on these, but they sold within 3 days. I think I made about $16 after shipping. Guy was fine. I think he was local, actually. I think it went like to the next town over, or it was in Raleigh. I forget. It was really close, but he was thrilled with them. Another Bosch part I love when I see Bosch dishwashers on Craigslist. I've driven as far as 45 minutes one way to get a Bosch dishwasher. This part alone, $79. This is the control board. This is in the front doors. When you the buttons you push, that's what's behind the buttons you push on the Bosch dishwasher. They sell within days, within hours sometimes. They usually go first class too. They're light. I insure the heck out of it. Person got it and was thrilled with it. Well, that is the listings for the period from February 19th to March 3rd, 2019. I also do eBay training, small group, large group. Also do online training using venues like Zoom, Skype, and whatever else you've got. We can figure it out. I also run the Raleigh eBay eCom Meetup Group. We meet second Thursday of the month, 7 p.m. to 8:45 at the Panera on Glenwood Avenue in Raleigh. We have different levels of sellers, from people that have never sold and want to sell, to novice, to seasoned, to veterans, from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, Poshmark, Shopify, you name it, people are there. Stop on by if you're in the area sometime. And if you like this video, please hit the old thumbs up button for me, and please subscribe. I'm always posting more videos on how to part out things and what kind of money you can make from parting out things. So there is money in parts, people. All right, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great day.